G'day guys, just thought I'd give you a quick picture of my 2020 Suzuki DR 650 and the modifications that I've done. As you've seen, a lot of other YouTubers or YouTube videos have been put out there. I've copied a lot of that. There's a couple of little special things here, particularly the dash that I just thought I'd show you today. Just very quickly, some of the additions I've done to it. I've done the Australian built Barrett's exhaust. I've gone the black with the stainless tip, I think it is, or alloy tip on the rear. And I did that in conjunction with the Pro Taper carby rejetting kit. I went for the 150 main jet, and I drilled two 25mm holes in the top of the airbox. That's been absolutely perfect. Just putting the pipe on itself gave it an absolute boost of power, and then doing the carby kits just fine-tuned that. Did roughly about 2 screws out, and I found that was enough. That's certainly given it the go that it needs. Absolutely woke the bike up. As you can see, it's got the 25 litre service or a Chirby tank, whichever way you want to say it. I've also done the standard maintenance things. Because the bike when I bought it was second hand, it only had 800 k's on it. It's got nearly 1,000 on it now. I've done the re-grease of the steering head. I've done a re-grease of the front axle, and I'm about to do the rear swing arm, of course, along with the linkages for the suspension. Couple of additions. I got a throttle rest on the hand there, on the throttle. I did have a Keiko on my Africa Twin. Not a fan of it, the throttle lock, so something like that. I haven't tried it yet, we'll give it a go. Got the Renthal 7/8 bars on there, the high bends, absolutely fantastic. Gives it a lot more strength and peace of mind. So what this is about today, I'm just going to make it a very short video. As you can see, I've added the screen for bike screens on there. Slightly above the bottom there, most people put it right at the base. I'm about 5'10", so I'm finding, I've been down the freeway and I find it's doing a pretty good job. It does hit me just sort of midway up the helmet, but I find my chest and my shoulders aren't too bad. So the dash that I've built here, now what I've had to do, it's a bit of a twofold effect. As you can see from looking side on, that screen is bending a bit more towards the front. Normally the screen would be leant back a little bit more towards the seat of the bike, but what I've actually done is built two very small brackets. They might be a bit hard to see, and I've just extended the front and the cowl with the screen forward a bit. Now the benefit of that, of course, is it's just making that screen a little bit more upright, and it's allowing the wind just to push up and over my head a little bit. So the reason I did that was to allow a bit more room in behind the screen where I've built my own dash for the bike. So this is made out of about a 4mm perspex, which is readily available. And what I've done, I've moved the indicator and the indicator light and the neutral light and the high beam light from there up to the top there. And this is roughly about the seating position you'll see sitting here. And you'll see that you can still see those instruments quite easily. Move the speedo across to the left, and then I've incorporated two waterproof switches. One at the top, obviously those two at the top, and a dual USB port down the bottom there for charging. So it fits in really nicely. I've just put a little bit of rubber in behind. You might be able to just see that, there it is there. And just to give it a bit of a, make sure any water that does want to come sneak up under driving sort of through pelting rain is restricted from there. I don't think it'd come up anyway. I've also put a bit of foam around the internals of the headlight there, just to make sure that also protects any rain that wants to push through. Not necessary, but I've done it anyway. That's just a quick wrap up of the bike. Those switches, I'll probably use them. One of them will be for a set of driving lights I'm going to put on. The other one is a spare, but at the same time I might use that eventually for whether it be heated grips or something of that nature, but at least allows me another point to do it. They're wide. They're all wide into into the loom in terms of so when the ignition goes off, it depowers all the switches there as well, just to make sure I don't run out of power sitting around doing nothing. Alright guys, there she is, my 2020. If I do any more updates, I might throw that online. You can have a look. Thanks for your time. Cheers, bye.